Alright, so in this video I'll show you how to make an organic dragon. So the first thing you need to do is make the 4 basic lines. So this is the vertical line, horizontal, and the 2 diagonals. Next step is you need to collapse it so that it becomes 4 squares. So we have a square here and 3 other sides of squares. Right. And then you need to fold these sides to the center. So this side's the open side. Okay. You're going to fold it in. This. Alright, so this is one side before the 2 flaps in. Now we're going to do the same thing on this side. For those of you who know how to make a crane, this is the exact same beginning you do for a crane. So you can just skip to the crane base if you know how to make that. Alright, there's both sides. So just to recall, it's not a like twister kind of shape, it's actually symmetrical on both sides like this. So, this camera is weird. Alright, so next you're going to flip down the top along this edge that you just made. And then you're going to unfold everything. So using those as guidelines, you're going to open up the bottom, like this, and you're going to collapse it along the guideline. So this is the line we just made. You're going to collapse along that. You're going to collapse along that on the other side as well. And then we get this flap here. This flap, we get this flap. And we do the exact same thing on the other side. We get this. And the 2 flaps on both sides. And this over here. Alright, so next you're going to flip this tip down slightly above the line over here. It doesn't really matter, it doesn't have to be too exact. This is just so that the back of the dragon doesn't look like a pointy mountain thing. Okay, so after you make this bend here, you're going to open it up all the way like this, and you're going to try to push this in so that it becomes the opposite orientation it was in before. And this doesn't have to be too exact, you just basically want the top of your triangle to be inside. Okay, so next we're going to move on to the wings. So with the wings, you're going to take one of the flaps, it doesn't matter which flap, and then go one way so that this edge lines up with this edge in the center. And this, and then squish it to make a line, like this, and then do it the other way. And then you're going to try to put both sides, okay, you see, okay, there's this line here, and then this line here. You're going to try to push both lines down at the same time. And the excess, you're just going to allow it to go out like this. So you essentially have a flap like this down. Okay. And we're going to want to do the same thing with the opposite side. So there's still a flap here on both sides, but then we want to deal with this one here. So same thing, one way, then the other way. Still not used to doing origami like this. And then you're going to fold it both and have them facing the same direction. So these are your two wings. They're kind of puny right now. Alright. Fix this. Okay. So next we're going to do the head and the tail. It doesn't matter, you don't have to choose which one's which right now. You're going to take this, this is kind of difficult. You're going to take this and you're going to push it up so that this part lines up with the bottom part. Like this. Okay, to make this easier, what you can do is start like this, fold this piece over so that this edge over here, this edge over here lines up with this edge. Like this. And then you can open it, push it up so that this edge now becomes the top, and this edge becomes the bottom, like this. You're going to do the same thing with both sides. Okay, it looks like this video is going to be a two-parter. Alright, now after that, you're going to have to fold. We're going to have to thin out the head and the tail. So you're going to take the head or the tail, it doesn't really matter what it is right now. You're going to take, it opens up like this at the top, so you're going to take one, and you're going to, and then these are the legs, right? So you're going to lift the leg up, and now we have a triangle here, and we're going to fold it so that the top edge of the triangle meets the bottom edge of the triangle, and the top edge of this like mini triangle area will meet the bottom of this mini triangle. So we're going to get something like, let's make a fold first. Alright. So we're going to take this, and then we're going to fold it down so that the edges in here, and this edge meets this edge, and then we're going to have this leftover blank area. Just don't worry about it. It's supposed to be there. And you're going to do that with the other three sides of the head and the tail. Okay, now put the head or tail, the other head or tail, the four legs, and the wings. Now, what we're going to do with the wings is we're going to, the legs is, we're going to fold them back all the way, like this, and then we're going to hold on to a little bit of it, and we're going to fold them forward. You can do the legs one at a time, but I find that it's very easy just to hold on to it and do both of them at the same time. So it looks like this from the top view. It's called a crimp book for those of you who are interested. Very easy. Right. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Do this. This is the tail. I'm going to push it both legs back all the way. This. And then we're going to push both of them forward. We're going to hold on to a little bit. And we're going to push both of them forward again. So the legs are not touching the body, essentially. That's the main point of this. Alright, now with the wings, now you can decide what side's a head and what side's a tail. So the side that's a head, the side that you didn't do as well, you're going to make that side the head, and the side that's pointier, you're going to make that the tail. So for me, this side is pointier than this side. I made a slight mistake on this side. Maybe you can't see with the camera. But yeah, there's a slight mistake on this side. So I'm going to make this side my head, because the detail on the tip's not as apparent.